Grind it, maybe I could get it. But let's talk about the grind a little bit in your sense. Let's take it all the way back to the beginning and really how you started. When you well, okay. First of all, I feel like I should ask you. It says on your Wikipedia page that you are part Cameroonian, part from the United States. Were you born in Cameroon?
Yeah, I was born in Cameroon. I moved here when
Where
I was
in?
roughly 11 or 12 years old. And I lived in Texas up until 2 years ago when I moved to Vegas.
Right on. So you're born in Cameroon and you come to Texas and you find fighting games, at large. Tell us about that. The moment it happened,
Moment it happened.
or was it
Well,
even a moment?
first, not really. I played games my whole life. I have two older brothers, and we're talking about a 7 year difference and more. So I've always kind of had access to games, right? I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, King of Fighters, FIFA, you name it, right? Every adventure game, the new hot stuff on the on the streets, I had that. So Street Fighter was just one of the things we played because we're very competitive growing up, and my brothers had a lot of friends that they would bring over. Now, what my brothers wouldn't tell their friends is that I was better than both of them, at least at one point, right? And when I played the games long enough, I was better than both of them. So they would be like, "Yeah, if you don't, I don't even have to play you. Just play my little brother if you can't beat him, And then they'll put money on me, or like put bets on me, and then I would smoke their friends.
You were just scumming money for
And
your brothers.
I didn't know what was going on. I was just happy to play the game, dude. Like I was just happy I had a
Oh,
real person to play with. So I didn't really care about any of that
you've
stuff.
got a
I
good
didn't
heart,
really
man.
understand any of it. So it was fun. I think it was mutually beneficial. We all won. They won the money. I got to play games. It was good. But yeah, that's kind of how it all started. It was very competitive, fun, competitive things like that. We played a bunch. Everything we did was very competitive. And when I moved to the U.S., it was around 2007. So this is around that the high point of fighting games are about to kick up again with Street Fighter 4 and all that stuff. So
Right.
2009, Street Fighter 4 came out. My brothers bought it. It was just another game in rotation, right? It was just the way it always was. It was just something we did. But I remember going on YouTube a few years later, maybe around 2012, something like that, and seeing an Evo Grand Finals match of Daigo versus Justin Wong. This is the one with not the Evo 137. This is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Street Fighter 4 one
yeah.
with
SF4.
Abel, Ryu, Rufus. Yeah, yeah. So I remember seeing Daigo just throwing fireballs because at this point I played the game a little bit more than my brothers did, and I remember just seeing Daigo throw fireballs. And I played Ryu at the time, and I was like, how is he doing that? How is he always throwing fireballs and no one can jump on him? This is crazy. This is weird. Because when I throw fireballs, I'm risking everything. He's throwing it and it seems to be absolutely safe. How is he doing that?
Hmm.
And so when I watch it a little bit and I show up my brother, it's like, look how good this dude is. Like he's all his fireballs are unjumpable basically. And my brother said to me, "Oh, he's just throwing fireballs. Anyone can do that." And I realized, oh,
Oh.
you can't even see it. You can't even see what I'm seeing. You're so far back that you think you're ahead. And I was like, oh, okay. So you guys are not where I want to get better at this game now for sure because this looks really cool.
No,
So I
that
remember starting a
no, like I'm thinking, like it just reminded me so much. If you've ever heard of the Dunning Kruger effect, where like people think that they're really that they're pretty competent at something, but the more that they learn about it, the less confident that they are. It's like this
yes,
weird sort of
yes,
scale where people who really don't know a whole lot about it are really confident in it. And
yes,
now I'm
yes,
now I'm
yes.
just thinking about how it applies to the average 0 and 2 or now that you're bringing that up.
Hmm. Yep,
Oh,
exactly.
that's
So
brutal.
yeah, that was kind of like my starting point that kind of ignited something. So I started looking for people to play with. I played with my friends at school. We started like a video game club when I was in high school, so I could play with them. I played online now, so I actually started like meeting people at this group of people that I played when I got home from school, and it was just like a normal thing. My sister at the time worked at like I forget what it's called, but like an electronic company. So she got me like this gaming headset,
Oh,
and she
right
would
on.
keep replacing it because I broke it all the time. But that was just kind of like my path because I was really grinding online, but I was grinding with no information, no resources, right? I'm just kind of like playing the game, just trying to get better with with experience. But eventually in college, again, I just kept the tradition of starting a video game club, or at least like bringing my computer to school and we would play games and whatnot. My friend was like, "Hey, there's this local, like most people, we've all had this talk, at least most of us have. There's this scene, a local or something, this tournament, people that play the game, they're really good." At this point, I'm thinking, nah, I'm about to watch them all. I haven't lost to anyone in person in a very long time, you know? And then I show up and I get absolutely demolished by everyone, like really badly. I thought I was good, right? I didn't know the number one Honda in the world ranking was in my scene, wasn't local to me. I didn't know, like, yeah, it was bad, dude. It was bad. And he doesn't even win the tournaments. So,
Yeah, it's a
so it was like
humbling
that.
feeling when you walk
Yeah.
in, you're kind of the king of the neighborhood, and then you like go into the Shark Tank and you just get messed up, man. That was me with Smash.
Yep. Yeah, it happens, right? I think most of us have something similar to that, and it's that's kind of the starting point because that usually makes or breaks people. Either ignites something or it just demoralizes you. Well, for me, I just basically got dethroned from this idea that I am really good at Street Fighter, just completely demolished, right? It's like dismantled by these one at a time. You know, I got 10-0'd by it. They took turns just 10-0ing me. So, and I was high ranked online at the time. But you know, you can scrub your points away. That's when I learned, oh, there's a right way, but there's a more stable way to play this game. So from there, you know, I got introduced to a lot of different people in the scene. I would ask them for games every single day.
And this is in
I would go to the
DFW at this
arcade.
point.
This is DFW, yes,
Yeah.
yes, all of it. It just all happened in DFW. My entire growth was in DFW.
Right on. Right on.
And during college, you know, like I said, I would take my lunch breaks weren't lunch breaks. They were go to the arcade as fast as you can and get back to class as soon as you can. You know, that was kind of the whole thing. And I would go to the arcade. The guy who was really helping me at the time, Arthur, playing Honda, right? Like I would go there, get 10 old, leave the arcade claiming that I quit Street Fighter, I'm done with this, and then I'd be there in the evening again, you know? Like
Yeah.
that was kind of my path.
You can stop anytime
But that's how it
you
all
want.
started.
Yeah, yeah.
That was it. Yeah, I could stop whenever I want. Yeah, one of those.
So